But I think it is the final stage in relationships. I think the first stage is obviously singleness. Yeah, of course.
One of the best.
What I mean, yeah,
In terms of-
easiest, definitely the easiest.
In terms-
Yeah.
Wait, let me.
That's keys. Yeah.
In terms of singleness, I want to comment on that because I'm saying there's a lot of us who are afraid of being single. See, the problem is we don't know how to be with ourselves. So we have to. So you have this, what is it? A perpetual, like, way of doing things. Where it's like, you get in one relationship, in the next year or so, you get in another in the next 2 years. Not 2 years, but maybe 2 months. You're changing, and it's like, when are you going to be by yourself? So for me, like, I'm also like with like if you want to be single for. If you want to be single for like reasons of trying to maybe better yourself for the person that you want to be with,
Right.
But maybe someone might say, no, we are being selfish.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want to? Like, but that's the thing. You can't be alone forever, for a very long time. Who's gonna take care of you when you're old? So you have to have, and you need that human interaction with someone you're intimate with. So I'm saying, in terms of being single, we have to have time to ourselves, to get to know what we want, and not to give an opportunity to be hedonistic, but to try to honestly to explore, like, what is it that I would prefer to have in the future. Not too, not standards of like, six foot, 6 figures, six pack and a six pack.
Yeah, I feel like you're crossing me out of that's just me.
It's a lot of men. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, there should be that opportunity being, people should give themselves, and I'm advocating for guys mostly, who like they should do that. In terms of like, they should get to know themselves more. There's so much that I wanna like. Like, I just wanna give like an example. Let me give an example, fella, so that we'll talk about it something. But this guy, now, he was talking about Jorge. We as men, there has to, when we meet, 10 minutes. Oh no, okay. There has to be a point where, or there will be a point where we have to become the man that she needed in her life when she was young. So now you have to step up to be that man, because she didn't have. Because in opposite cases, you'll see where the woman becomes the mother now, and then you have like a guy who is looking for his mom in another woman. So now,
very common.
Yeah. So now, to avoid the case of having childlike women, or women who are their growth has been stunted, and now they can move forward, you have to have. It's no one's responsibility. You don't have to take it. But he was explaining how, like, it just seems like a solution, another solution that can be proposed. Like, we have to step up to be that man that she never had in that life, because a lot of these girls are growing up without fathers also, or masculine energy around them in the household. Same with guys who grow up without a masculine energy. It's like they get more toned to feminine energy, and then they go out looking for a masculine woman, because you can't have two masculine people in a relationship. So now you have, one has to take on the masculine role, another has to take on the feminine role. So yes, so you don't want a clash or repulsion. So I think he was making that example of like, it's just gonna put you in that position where you have to, like, if I don't, then she's gonna continue being this childlike, and I have to kind of make her see who, because there are guys who are like, you know, he's maybe 25, he wants to have a family, he wants to get married, he wants to do things the conventional way, or the
Me.
oh,
Otherwise known as me.
he wants to do things that way.
Yeah.
But then the person that he meets, or that you will meet, is not, you know, in the same, he's not on the same wavelength as you. So she's thinking, can we just
on the first date she seemed like she,
yeah, she's of course first impression.
Yeah.
It's going back to first one. So on the first date, it seems that she wants to give you that, you know, humble yebo baba. Anyway, 10 minutes left. So yeah, he was just emphasizing on that, on just the stepping up part.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to do it, but the problem is that if we don't do it, where we are healing, because the problem, the idea for, like, we have to get to a point where we have to heal each other, sort of like. And I heard this from this pastor. There's a show in I don't know if it still plays, Marriage Today.
Oh yeah.
So that guy was saying, that white guy.
Do you watch that a lot?
There was once upon a time now where that was just passing by. And it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then you're just saying that, you know, he was saying that him and his wife, they were at a point where they were hating each other instead of healing each other. And then the relationship, the marriage got better because of they started now healing each other. Where it's like, like a delicacy on how you approach and how you speak now.
Yeah.
So now, because he took on that role, maybe background, that lady was an abusive one, where it's like the father didn't respect the mother, and on his side, it's like that's what he saw, and he thought that was right. See, the problem is that things that are abnormal are made normal, and that's like the chain that we have to break, where it's like, no, this is not normal. You have to have like a healthy relationship with your partner. So I think that for me to just close it on my side, I would say that I see what he was talking about when he was saying, Jorge, it's just gonna force you to want to step up if she doesn't step up, because we come from homes where there wasn't really like 100% healthy relationship, a balance, you know, a mother and a father, where they had a successful, I guess, marriage, and they raised their children in a positive environment, or to become functional adults. By the way, podcast coming. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
So
it's not a paid promotion, by the way.
Functional adult. Check it out on YouTube. Fumane's YouTube. Functional adult. How to become functional adults. So but I think that for me, we have to recognize that. That we are dealing with broken people, we are broken ourselves, and now we are rushing to get into relationships, marriage, but we don't know anything about these things. And I think we're not even willing to learn, because we're not even willing to accept that we are broken, and we're people who faced, you know, trauma, and we don't go to therapy. So we never heal, and so we take all that brokenness and, you know, we bring them in our relationships. So I hope, for me, like I've emphasized it, so I'll give you the last 6 minutes to to just finish off, close it off. I don't know what I said, but sounds dope. I like Zulu.
Alright. So I mean, yeah, I'm definitely with that, with what you were saying. But well, I think like this idea of being with yourself, very important. Or to actually also have this foresight of like your singleness is somewhat like a preparation, I guess. Unless, because I know there are people that are. If you hear me talking fast, just know like we're approaching the 1 hour mark that we set for ourselves. But yeah, because I still have a lot. Like you might have to watch out for part 2, I guess. So, what was I saying? Okay, I was saying like I'm definitely with this idea. I think there are people whom I think were created to be single. Oh, well, and they actually love that, and they're single because in their singleness they're gonna serve a greater purpose on life than if they are married. But I know most of us are created to pair off with someone. Yeah, I think so. I think singleness is this phase which you should definitely like not obsess over thinking about someone, or when you're finally with someone. I think there's a place for that of thinking about, okay, what should I? So I'm with being with yourself to know what you want, but also while you're at it, being this person that the person that you want might want, So I mean, this is not completely changing yourself for someone, but it's also this realizing that you have some faults which someone who might have to live with you might not like, right? So you have to face that head on, and I think you probably should start when you're single, and then obviously when you start living with someone, it's gonna get magnified. But so I'm gonna try to quickly answer this because the question was, do I think anyone should get in a relationship, blah blah. So I've tried to set the stage for the last 20 minutes that that I see this as a what do you say? It's a process of getting somewhere. This whole dating, getting single, dating, maybe engaged, then married. Now, if that's the end goal, then obviously I don't think everyone should be dating, because there are some of us who are 24 and really not at a place of working on yourself. You don't even think that. So
now your focus becomes the other person.
Right. And it's just going to be a process of you hurting each other, hurting yourself in the process, hopping in and out of relationships, which I'm not for. It's not an idea that I am, because some people think the opposing view that I am opposed with is, doesn't getting in multiple relationships give you experience and a taste of what you might like? Like, that's a compelling argument. Tempted to agree with it, but I don't. I don't think it's everything that you should taste to find what you like. Or
tempted also.
Okay.
To hop over the 1 hour market.
Well, I won't. Trust me, I won't. 2 minutes left. I'm going to try to quickly speed through this one. So, no, everyone shouldn't be in a relationship. Not even like to see what girls or guys are like. Watch out for part 2. I might get into the answer a bit more, because this is something I've spent some time thinking about, because I'm single and I'm in close to my mid 20s. So I obviously think about these things, as you should, because I know most people don't until they're like 30, I guess. So anyway, but yeah, I don't think everyone should. Definitely not. I don't see the purpose of dating in high school. I did it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now, after having gone through, and I mean, I enjoyed it, I won't lie, but if I had kids and I had to teach them certain lessons, it wouldn't be to date. Definitely not. I think that's just like filling your life with experiences that might affect some things in the future, but we'll get into that. Whew. Okay, so do you have any final thoughts? Where, like, since we are now 59 minutes, we've been talking for almost an hour. Yeah. Wow. This is how it goes. Like, we feel like we've been talking for like a few minutes. I'm sure.
20 minutes.
And we've been talking for an hour. Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts? No. You don't have any final thoughts?
I think we can close.
Okay.
I'm just looking forward to recording like another part.
Another part. Cool. So yeah, just my final thoughts are nothing really. Just watch out. Watch out. Yeah, just watch out for like the next. If you're gonna be listening to this, which is gonna be us. Yeah, wherever you are, somewhere in the ether. If you're gonna be listening to this one, watch out for part 2. Hopefully, it's gonna be more organized. Because we know, like maybe we might. I mean, this was fun. It wasn't bad. We digressed a lot, and I know that for sure when we listen to it afterwards. But I'm sure the second part will be more organized. Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, that's all.
yeah, that's all. We're wrapping it now. Cool. Cheers.